Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. Great to see you all on a regular basis. Keep it up. Just give me a second. Yeah. So, how was the day today, Day Trader? Good afternoon. So, let's start the plan, what we call a trade plan. But before that, very good. That's fantastic to know. So, let's start today's trade plan session, which is a post market review of the market. So, let me read out the disclaimer. This is for educational and informational purpose only and does not constitute financial advice. So, Nifty, what we are seeing is a pullback. In Bank Nifty, it's an upswing. So now you must be wondering, both has gone up. Why I have labeled one as a pullback and one as a upswing, right? See, the direction might be up only, but as a trader, you have to be very specific. So let me take you to our platform, which is Stocko Incred Money. So I'll go to the price chart of Nifty. So let me open Nifty. See, as we have seen that, as we head into this gap is very big. When I say big, this is the start point, and let's now take today's low as a still the gap is not getting filled. Okay. Now Nifty, we are calling it as a pullback. The only reason is that the last swing low in Nifty was violated when compared to high. So if I take the last low, market did whipsaw the last low. And if anybody can remember, what I have been saying for the last few days is whenever you have markets which are trading around the short and medium term moving averages, which is 20 DMA and 50 DMA, the intraday swings will be a wild. I wouldn't call it wild, but it will be a big ones. So when you expect pullback, you expect 20 points. Today it was 200 points. Fine. So whenever you have your prices crisscrossing the important average, be prepared for it. Getting it? Give me a yes, everybody. So today, if I see Nifty, this is what we call a perfect upward bar reversal. Or in candlestick, you can call it as a bullish engulfing candle. Where did this bullish engulfing candle come from? It came from the middle Bollinger Band, which is your 20 DMA. So this is also again what I have been highlighting is please be aware of your 20 DMA if prices are crisscrossing that and 50 DMA if prices are crisscrossing that. So in Nifty it's 20, in Bank Nifty it's 50 DMA. So you have to be aware of it, right? Now, will there be a strong follow up? Will we go all the way up till here? Again, we work with the support and resistance in context of swing. See, there is still a gap over here. This gap has not got closed. So let me just change this line to a plain line. Yeah, got it. So this gap has not been filled. Let it be a touch and go at this gap. And always remember, 20 DM was whipsawed a bit. So right now you'll have to work around or build a plan along the swing highs and the lows. 20 DMA, what we had said earlier was that's where the swing low gets captured. Okay. Now, if it's a swing low, now till we don't close below 20 DMA, the pullback will continue. I repeat, till we don't close below 20 DMA, the pullback will continue. In that case, the higher level is the last swing high, which is somewhere around 25,800 to, or we can call it 25,900. That is a shade around 200 points from the current levels, right? And the overnight or even the intraday swings are really the big ones, which means the price movement which you are seeing. And it's not the first time. If you have a trading diary with you, please note it down somewhere that when prices crisscrosses the 20 or the 50, the medium term averages, the volatility does surfaces in terms of and up days and the down days are really big one. So that's the Nifty part. I would still label it as a pullback, which has enough room on the upside if it closes this gap to go to 25,900. So that's the plan for Nifty. I have written it down. It's a pullback, it can stretch, and the chart pattern is bullish. If you see the Western bar pattern, this is called a perfect upward bar reversal. In Japanese candlestick, what we have today is a bullish engulfing candle. And resistance will now be around 25.8. I've taken 8 for tomorrow, or 25.900 will be a resistance band. We'll see open interest data also along with that. Support, I have pegged it now at around the 20 DMA at 25,480. Because these are the important averages, which is 20 and 50 for short term and medium term. And I take a question from Pushpendra Kumar. Hello, sir. Island gap still valid? And yes, absolutely, it's valid till not filled. So if some technical reading has come in, we have to take a note of it. So now prices will try to cover majority of the island on the right hand side, which is the falling gap. Has I answered your question, Pushpendra Kumar? Okay. And now again, what you have seen is there is a on the put call side, things have changed in the Nifty compared to what we saw on a Friday. So if I go to my stock or incred money insta options, I go to Nifty. Now on the Nifty, daily get into the habit of checking the OI statistics. Friends, if you are a trader, you have to combine the FNO data and the chart data. Right. So Nifty, this is the ATM, which is 25,700. On the call side, you can see a very big tower, which is as 26,000. So that again, same level is again will act as a resistance. But tomorrow there's an expiry also. On the expiry day, if you see the OI buildup is evenly at around 25.8, which is in the call side, it is 1.04 crore contracts. On the put side, it is 98.44 lakhs. So this two towers on the OI buildup on the call side, I'll take it as a resistance or probably a test of those levels given the strength in the market. On the put side, now you see it's at 25.6 and there's a big tower in 25.500. So that's what the support, the OI buildup is showing in context of where the writers are. One noticeable change today is the PCR. Now there is more open interest going forward for tomorrow's expiry input, which is 19.55 CR as compared to call, which is 18.34 CR. So that way, your PCR has gone above 1. So if we check it, PCR is around 1.07. So there are more OI inputs than in calls, and as a contrarian indicator, the more OI inputs, if markets are just on price action, no events, anything, it says that support is being established at or around the 100 to 200 points below the current levels based on where the OI buildup is. So that was Nifty. Now let's have a check at Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty, if you see, I have been writing it. Yeah, I'll take a question. I'll take a pause for a minute. I have a question from Pushpendra Kumar. So, no, it's not one last question. Please ask as many questions as you want. These sessions are for you to clear your doubts and assist you in preparing a plan on the markets in a very, very practical and analytical manner. Fine. So, I'll read out your question. So, one last question. OI is not very active on 25,800 and above. What would be the strategy for tomorrow intraday? See, we will come to that, Pushpendra, but let's analyze the market and try to build a plan initially. Later on, we'll go very specific as to the trade part of it. Right now, what we are doing is I'm the educational part on how to build a trade plan based on the charts data, the charts pattern, and the indicators, oscillators, plus how to combine it along with your FNO data. Does that answer your question, sir? Be regular? Yes, at some stage we will go in for that. Right now, we are learning how to prepare a plan for the next day. Don't you think this is giving you a certain amount of clarity? Anybody? Done. So I have taken that question. Now, in Bank Nifty, this is called a perfect upward bar reversal or a strong bullish engulfing candle, which means today's price action went past last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days price action, which is a very, very positive sign as far as market is concerned. But remember one thing. Earlier also we saw this big gap up. We saw this huge gap up on account of the Trump and the tariff. But remember, any uptick around here is making us overbought. So as you know, I'm not taking this high. I'm taking the open. That's where the trade happened. Is 61,400. So Bank Nifty, another 400-500 points from the current levels could be a touch and go. Right? And notice one thing. Volatility has now expanded. Why I'm saying that? Not because of today's move. Always see the Bollinger Band, the width of this band over here. Now, the width of the band has increased. So this we call it the bands are bulging. When the bands bulge, volatility surfaces. Everybody clear about this? Why I'm saying volatility will surface now? Because the band are expanding or bulging. Either give me a yes or a no. Right. So on a Bank Nifty side, 61,400 is there. And the bulge on the band, on the Bollinger Band, suggests that you will have big days and you will have big days on the upside. You may have big days on the downside. You'll have consolidations which are boring. All that will be the part and parcel of the price action right now. And let me just check the weekly band. Generally, we don't do on a daily basis, but let's check it. See, the weekly band is somewhere around here, 61,200. So market, it's taking support, no doubt about it. But the moment you see a spike or a good 1 to 2 days, it's getting stretched on the swing side on the daily time frame for being overbought. So Pushpendra Kumar says, yes, sir, your sessions are helped a lot. That's great, sir. Get into the habit of making a trade plan on a daily basis. So let's now come back to Bank Nifty. So Bank Nifty, why I'm saying is in an upswing and not a pullback is that if you go to the price chart of Bank Nifty, in today's morning session, also I had highlighted that till it's not breaking this low, this is going to be the support level for Bank Nifty. How many of you remember? Yeah, I also said this is the resistance. Right. So now if you see, when there was this downswing happening, prices did not go below this low. Simple. As long as the last low is not violated, the swing low, we consider it as an upswing or an uptrend and not a pullback. So Bank Nifty is in an uptrend. In an uptrend, your last lows, now the low will shift to today's low because this high had was crossed. So now the base has shifted from that low to this low around 59,800. So that's what we call a classical Dow approach or Dow theory or Dow pattern of higher lows and higher highs. Dow theory is as simple as this. You can see it in current market right now. So that's Bank Nifty. So let's have a look. It's an upswing. It's a bullish candle pattern. And which is the candle pattern today? It's a perfect upward bar reversal. And the resistance, I have kept it around the upper Bollinger Band on the daily time frame, which is around, 61,400. And I've taken the support at or around the 20 DMA, which is 59,700. And I just now showed you all the levels on the price charts on what basis we are writing this. And the technical study right now in Bank Nifty will be Bollinger Band. Support around the middle, stretch, touch, or spike above the upper band, overbought. That's where the resistance is. And Bank Nifty, we have a monthly expiry. I don't think it's this week. But on the Bank Nifty, if I see the OI distribution, which is the OI statistics, this is the current price. 61,000 is where the OI in call is 9.44 lakhs. There's a huge OI in put at 60,000. So even today, if you see, and I have been writing down this, if anybody can remember, on daily I am pointing out this huge tower in the put, which was 60,000. And if I go today also on the Bank Nifty, Today's low was around that. It spiked there and came up. So be aware of the Y distribution. See, you will see a whipsaw, you will see a dip. Nothing is like absolute when it comes to our levels. The whipsaws do happen by 100, points on Bank Nifty or 50, 70 points on Nifty. That you have to take into your stride and you have to plan accordingly. So that's where the Bank Nifty is 61,000. I think 61,000. We are close to that. And if I just scroll and see the OI build up on the call side, now it is at 61,500. And that's how the Bank Nifty OI distribution works, right? And on the put side, if I go and check it out, on the put side, it's evenly distributed around 68, 67, and all. But the biggest is at around 60,000, which is shade below today's low. That's where the big spike came from. But now let's shift to this one, which is 60,500 is the OI build-up on the put side, and it is 8.90 lakhs. So let's take that as a support level from the put build up on the OI side. But major one will remain at or around 60,000 for the current month expiry. Now let's go and check the PCR. So the PCR is 1.17. If you go over here, you will get a feel of it, which means there is the OI in call is 1.39, but the OI in put is bigger than the call or high than the call, which is at 1.58 crores. So that's why your PCR is above 1. So there are more open interest in puts, which does suggest that there is a support of the market on the declines. The more OI input is the support, the more OI in call is the resistance. Till those OI levels are not uh, breached or we don't get signs of breakout. So, and the straddle price for Nifty is 145, Bank Nifty 785. So that's how you expect those movements or the swings. And commentary part would be there's a gap resistance once crossed, look for 26. Uh, Sorry, I have wrongly written. Yeah, no, it's okay. 25.8. I would just change it to 25.9. And on the Nifty side, the upswing continues till where? Till the upper Bollinger Band, which is 60,004, which is around 4 to 500 points from the current levels. Yes, Sharma ji, welcome to the session, sir. Great to see you joining us on the regular basis. And then let's go and have a look at gold. Why we are looking at gold is because once we see the swings appearing in gold, you should be aware of it. Gold and silver. If it comes in gold, it does comes in silver. That's the MCX gold. So right now, gold is sideways. So there's not much trading opportunity in gold right now. And it's quite obvious for the market. Once you see a big downswing, 50 to 62% retracement levels, I'll just add the 50% mark, do act as a resistance level. So gold में थोड़ा यहाँ पे वो time consume करेगा, fine. But remember one thing, what is the swing in the gold? The swing in the gold is up. Why we are saying up? It's not I'm saying, it's as per our classical Dow approach. No, it's sideways. This high has not been breached. This low has not been breached. So gold is just tracing out intraday gyrations or overnight gyrations within this level, and it will continue to hold. So as a trader, remember one thing. It's very important for you to mark your swing lows and the swing highs. Label the price charts in context of upswing, downswing, consolidation, pullback, or a clear upswing. Once you have that, then you prepare a plan. Look for supports around the swing lows or the averages. So that makes your analysis part complete, and then you can take your actions as far as the trading part is concerned. Right? And today, it was a bullish engulfing pattern, which is part of a two candle pattern. So to sum up the markets today, uh, today's reversal do suggest that dips will find supports, upswing or further uptick will continue as the nearest resistance are at a decent price levels above today's high. So I have a question from Manish. Manish says, approach the market on a daily basis for intraday. Any checkpoints? Manish, I would suggest that we also have a session in the morning at 8:45. At 8:45 session, we have a session from 8:45 to 9, Manish. Over there, we prepare the plan on the markets based on the price actions on an intraday basis. So if you are missing it out, Manish, I would uh, say that be there in the sessions. I think Daily Trader, you were there today in the morning. Did the session help you? The pre-open session at 8:45. Yeah, Daily Trader says yes. So Manish, make a note of it. Be there at 8:45 on the pre-open live session. So that's all from my side. Thanks and have a nice day, friends. Be aware of, again, I repeat, your 2050 and your Bollinger Band, along with your OI buildup in the call and the puts. And keep checking the PCR. As long as the PCR stays above the 1, the dips will do find supports. But upside, the high OI buildup will also suggest resistance. So thanks. Have a nice day, everybody. We'll meet again tomorrow at 8:45 in the pre-market open. Before we end, let me read out the disclaimer. Investment in securities subject to market risks. Read all documents carefully before investing. And brokerage will not exceed SEBI prescribed limit. And the sessions are for educational and informational purpose only and does not constitute a financial advice. Thanks. Have a nice day. I'll keep the plan open for you. Again, we'll meet tomorrow at 8:45.